What up, what up? I'm Ellis Williams, and this is On the Record. Today we're meeting with Jules from Jules the Howl, an artist bringing a bold cinematic edge to alt pop and rock with a sound that's raw, emotional, and unapologetically intense. We're getting into their track Bring Me Your Tears, a record that channels pain, power, and revenge. It's dark, anthemic, and built for those gripping, high stakes moments on screen. Let's dive in, unpack the track, and get on the record with Jules and a Howl. So, Jules, thank you for being on the show, on the record with Jules from Jules and a Howl. How do you feel today?
Woo! What's up, man? I'm good. How you doing? What's going on?
Oh, I am doing good now. You gave me all the energy I needed. Yes,
That's
yes, yes.
right. Gotta bring the energy of the howl, man.
Of course, of course. Shoot, that's why I had to bring you here. That's why I had to bring you here. So we're gonna start with a couple questions to talk about Bring Me Your Tears. It's dark, it's powerful. It's about my favorite kind of topic, revenge, right?
Yeah.
Um, but before we get in there, I'm gonna give you a nice little icebreaker, right? That
All
you're not
right, let's do
prepared
it.
for, but it's okay. It's not a crazy one. All
All
right,
right.
so um, I feel like for other artists, this is an easy but a hard question to answer. What
Hmm.
is your favorite cover song of all time, and what makes it better than the original?
Okay. Okay. I would say, well, I'm a big fan of the covers that Bonnie Ray has done, and so "I Can't Make You Love Me" is right up there. Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah,
Um, I'm like
yeah.
99% sure that's a cover. Oh God, I really
I
hope I'm
think
right.
no, I think it is.
I'm pretty sure it is, right? Because I know she's covered a couple things. I'm like, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
No,
All
no,
right.
I think it is.
All right,
Like,
now I'm second guessing myself. I'm like, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait. Hey, by the way, can we swear on this thing or no?
oh, of course, do
All
it.
right, fuck yeah, great.
Yeah,
Okay, because I was
goddamn
like,
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. All right, cool. Okay, wait. So that one, or it's this is a Bob Dylan song that Adele covered, and I'm gonna look it up right now because I'm gonna kill myself if I don't fucking get this right. Bob Dylan song covered by Adele. Make You Feel My Love. Man, wow, that was gonna take me a minute.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, her rendition. I mean, she can sing anything. She can sing the freaking phone book, and I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll
Yeah,
be
like
here.
I'll buy it. I'll
I'll
buy it.
buy it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'll buy it right now. But her version of "Make You Feel My Love," and then Bonnie Ray's "I Can't Make You Love Me." Those are just two of the most heartbreaking, beautiful renditions I've heard.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I honestly I can't think of any covers right now because it's like me as a trumpet player, the first cover I want to think of that nobody really thinks about is Miles Davis did a Michael Jackson cover. Like,
What?
yeah, Human Nature. And
Really?
and I heard it when I was in middle school, and I thought it was like the coolest thing. Like, oh wow, a jazz instrumentalist is doing like a pop record, and he did
Yes.
it like I think what 85, and I only
Okay.
remember that because I saw it in a record store like yesterday. I almost bought it, like I almost bought the vinyl of the whole record.
Oh
And
wow. Oh
I
man.
was just like, wow. But of course, I'm a Michael Jackson fan, so I don't want to say that that's better than the original. But it's still like
Right.
one of
Right. But
my
you're like,
favorites,
ooh,
right? I'm just like,
ooh. But no,
Mike, don't get mad at me for that one,
see,
but
I
it's
know.
on
See, that makes me think of like the Weird Al covers. Right? I mean, they're not really covers, but they're like what do they call it? Like
parodies.
parodies.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I always think of Michael Jackson's "Beat It," and then I think of his "Eat It," and it's
Mm-hmm.
like one of my favorite parodies
Yep.
that he's done.
Yep. For me as oh my gosh, it's the one he did of was it Amish Paradise?
That one's great.
Yeah,
That one's
yeah,
also
yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. There'll never be another Weird Al. Never.
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. So let's get into it. So I have this. Let's just start from the beginning. Like it's an emotional song. Bring Me Your Tears. It's an emotional
Hmm.
song. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
What brought upon that song?
Okay, so this is, oh man, I'm gonna say, so this is right in the middle of COVID when my co-writer and I, Jared Newman, got together over Zoom and we wrote this song. And we met through Balanced Breakfast, which is sort of like a songwriters, artists collective. They had like an online challenge, and then we kind of met through that. So we started working together during COVID, right? So that's kind of how it first got brought together. And we want to do a co-write, and I knew that Jared has done a lot of work in some film scoring and writing music for movies and video games and things like that. And so I knew that we wanted to kind of tap into those elements because those are his strengths. And I had never done music with those elements. So I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And he was talking about a phrase that his sister told him about, and it was having to do with something that Trump tweeted. And she was like, yes, bring me your salty tears. And I was like, wait, take out the salty. And then I was like, all right, because it was kind of like a how's it feel, man? What's up now? Like, talk to me now, motherfucker. Like it felt very like vindictive in a way. Vindicated, I think it's a better word. And that was kind of how that title went into it. And I kind of did the chorus and just kept kind of thinking about like imagery regarding like, basically you let me down. You left me to die out there. You just let me go. Like, what the hell?
Under the bus.
And then just kind of clawing back up, and more imagery just kind of kept flowing. I think we finished most, if not all of that song in like one session. So it was wow. Very, it was very serendipitous. So that was great. And we've been good friends ever since. And we met the first time in real life when we filmed the music video, which was wild. And that was kind of a cool little reunion. And then we filmed the video with in like a rain room, and so it was very like cathartic, anthemic, and it was really cool. So it's kind of how it came to be.
That's dope. That's funny. Like when I heard it, I had my own idea of like what you could have gone through when you wrote it. I'm thinking like, oh man, somebody did you wrong.
Yeah.
You actually talk about it, it's like, that's even better than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, like that's where it came from. I think for me, I've had a lot more like friendship breakups and friend drama than I ever had with relationships. And so I had a lot of material to draw from with that. And so that definitely like fed, the feelings of betrayal and like, how does it feel? Like, what would it be like if I wrote kind of a bit of a revenge song, which I don't usually write. But in terms of like just the title itself, it was very, very whimsical in terms of how it came about.
Well, no, that's really cool. Like kudos on you guys, how you wrote that.
Thank you.
Yes. We're gonna jump around. So when I hear this song, like I mentioned off camera, I said instantly trailer, maybe even like almost a climax to a scene. I can even think of, funny enough, for some reason I keep thinking of like a Pixar or a Disney film where like the protagonist is just like down, and she's been beaten down, and then she starts singing this, and then throughout it just builds up, and then by the end she's just like, okay, I'm here, I'm ready to kick some ass and take some names, and it's just like when I hear this. So when you wrote this, in your mind, what type of scene did you see this being used for?
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't necessarily write for scenes. I write for myself. I write for my artist project, and it so happens that a lot of music that I write, it touches on themes that can be syncable, which is great. So in terms of like what was like going through my mind, it was I was thinking a lot about like, okay, what are like the physical imagery that symbolizes like being built up to then be shattered, right? So, trying to scream when your lungs give out, a shift in my spine, but your pillars crack, like I was really trying to kind of be like, okay, what kind of like imagery can I get in there that still like works, like sat on your throne that was built on my back, like that still works within the song. Because I hate it when imagery is just kind of like thrown in there just because it sounds pretty. Yeah. Like it needs to like be relevant and like fit with the song. But to your point, I mean, it's absolutely, it's such a like cinematic song. It's very, cathartic, theatrical, anthemic, which is, that's the kind of stuff that we're sorry, I need to shut off my damn. I gotta shut off my damn text messages. Hold on. Get out of here. I ain't got time.
I'm afraid I'm gonna get a call at any moment. I'm just looking at the corner like,
You're like, no. I'm seeing. I got like some other. Do I have lipstick on my fucking forehead? Yeah, I do. I don't know how to put on makeup. Evident. See, you're like, girl. The lighting is fine. You're fine. I swear it was on there. Anywho, okay. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so cathartic. Okay, so it's cathartic. It's anthemic. It's theatrical. It's very much in line with like the kind of stuff that I like to write about anyway. Because I'm very much about like, let me dig in to like the deepest parts inside and like be able to like write music that lets you just kind of let it out, scream it out, what have you. And I would say today, because it's absolutely something that's for trailers, right? Like I see it being in like an action trailer. I see it being in like a, kind of like what I was describing the music video to be like, which is like, caught in the pouring rain, dim lighting, maybe a little bit of fog kind of thing, shadows. But like when you and I were just talking, what popped into my head? And I think this is like, I'm gonna pitch this right now on your podcast because I know that they're in production for this shit. K-pop Demon Hunters 2.
Yes.
Okay, you got these badass queens freaking like fighting and dicing and doing the thing and kicking ass, but like there's been a lot of conflict too, right? Like the protagonist is like, at least in the first one, she's like going through like who I really am. She's trying to hide it. She's trying to figure out like, can I get away with it? Like, can I access my inner power? And then it goes into a fight sequence with these villains, right? So that's kind of where the chorus lies. It's where the, I can see it being where she's like literally stuck in a rainstorm, climbing up a mountain, trying to figure out some shit internally and externally. And then the peak point is when she's like grasping that inner power and just starts like punching the demons or the the villains in that. So that's my pitch right there. Ellis, make it happen. Let's make it happen.
You know what? I'm gonna hit you with a curve. All
right, hit me.
All right, so you were saying how you don't necessarily write with sync in mind, which I think is great. I think that's what music supervisors want to hear, right? People want to know that, okay, what we're getting is authentic, and all we want to do is we want to find the right picture for that song, not necessarily the right song for that picture, in my opinion.
Right.
So they're hearing this and you said that if you were to get this song placed in that movie, because it's so personal, right? Does it have to be your actual recording, or would it be fine if they just took the composition and then redid it for their film?
Okay, so knowing that those three are insane singers, have at it. Go nuts. Go Queens. Be at peace. Enjoy. I love it. I'm sure I will be floored.
Right.
I think otherwise I think it really depends. I'm gonna be real. I think it really, really depends. I think if they wanted to like take the stems and like, kind of like mess around, that's their prerogative, and they're allowed to do that kind of thing with it being in the sync world. But if they want to do like an acoustic version, if they wanted like a male singer, I think as an artist, I would love to be a part of that conversation. I also know that's not always likely, that's not always a thing. So I kind of want to be like realistic in that too. You know what I mean?
No, that's true. No, I think that's something that a lot of young artists don't necessarily think about. It's just like, yeah, they're gonna use my song as is for my performances and all that. But it's kind of like, well, that might not be the case all the time, and are you gonna be fine with that?
Yeah, no, I think it's part of the conversation, right? I mean, I think I would hope they would let me know, being like, yo, we're not going to use it in the same way. Or like, hey, we want to take that song, we want to get it re-recorded with someone else. I'd be like, okay, well, what's the reasoning? Because like, either I'd love to sing it a different way if you want something different, or maybe I can like recommend some people to you because like, I got a great network out here in LA of incredible musicians, singers, producers, what have you. Like maybe I know the voice that you might be looking for kind of thing. So I don't know. I mean, I think it depends, right? I think if it's like more of an indie project, low budget, you obviously have a little bit more of a say, a little bit more of a partnership. If it's, a gigantic studio, then no, I ain't got no say. You know what I mean? Right, like if they pay me the money, then they pay me the money. It's like, it's as long as everything is checked off, like my I's and T's, like in terms of like, like they're not going to be taking more royalties, they're not going to do this, not going to do that, then like it is what it is. So I would say like I'm open to it, but like it's got to be really dependent on the situation.
Bet. All right. So who's ever editing this, we need to go ahead and tag K-pop Demon Hunters Part 2.
Let's go!
All right, you get it. I'm manifesting it right now.
I know, exactly. Right. I got your purple hair right here, girl. I got it. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, so let's close it out. I got one more question for you. So for those of us who are just discovering you for the first time through this track, what's the takeaway for yourself or for your sound or from your
Yeah.
sound?
Yeah. So I do theatrical rock with a punk edge. Okay, that's Jules and the Howl, right? And the howl is the cathartic release of everything pent up inside of you. And I write music so that you can have that anthemic, cathartic release, whether it's an emotional release, a physical release, like just a scream, whatever it is. That's the music that I write. It turns out too that people like to howl in a pack, right? They like to howl with each other, and I find that there's a big community that kind of that happens in my live shows, that it really shows like, hey, this music is hitting, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like comfortable and compelled to like release it verbally. So I get some howls in my shows, man. I get a lot of oohs, like I really do, which is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So like that's what I do with my shows. That's what I do with my music. Like I inspire you to just let it out, let it go. Like, no worries, no bars backed.
Can can I howl with you?
Yes, you want to count
Yeah.
it out?
All right. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Ready?
All right. All
One,
right.
2, 3.
Oh! Let's go.
That's how
Hell
you
yeah.
do it.
That's
That's
how
how
you
you
do
do it.
it.
All right. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Hell yeah, Ellis. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for all that you do at Mirror House. Thank you, Cam. Thank you to the whole team. And yeah, I'm stoked, man. Thanks for having me.
Bet.